How often in life do you get to ride a motorcycle right up to the Caribbean Ocean? Oh, Belize, baby, in Belize. Woo!
Hello Maturismo family, and welcome to our most unusual episode yet. This time around, I will be leading a women's motorcycle tour in Belize while Leonard films the whole adventure. As we travel Belize in the company of women riders, we will be exploring green and muddy jungle trails and the vast tropical rainforest, enjoying both dirt tracks and scenic tarmac roads, spotting wildlife from pythons and tarantulas to crocodiles and iguanas, swimming and snorkeling in the Caribbean Sea, connecting and eating with the locals, and visiting stunning Mayan ruins tucked away in the jungle. In addition, we have a very special guest on the tour this time. Vanessa Ruck, a British enduro and rally rider, has joined the adventure, and we're excited to be riding with her. You probably know her as the girl in a bike on social media, and since Leonard and I will be focusing on leading and filming the tour, you will see a lot of Vanessa's commentary throughout the video. So what happens when you take 10 women, put them on dirt bikes, and let them loose in Belize? Well, there's only one way to find out.
I have woken up in total paradise. So Belize is Central America. It is south of Mexico, north of Guatemala, so very much Caribbean vibes. You can hear all the incredible wildlife and a golf buggy going past.
We began the tour in a small town of Hopkins, Belize, but getting there is an adventure in itself. Instead of spending hours in a car, we chose to fly to Hopkins in a tiny bush plane. Next up, we welcomed our crew, Vanessa, aka the girl on a bike, who joined us from the United Kingdom, Mariska from South Africa, Alana and Gulnoosh from Canada, and Suzanne from the States. After a meet and greet dinner and a briefing, we already had a feeling these gals would be up for an adventure. It was time to check out our bikes for the expedition, the Lifans 250. These bikes are small, but I have to say they offer plenty of fun whether you're riding dirt or pavement, and they're perfect for a country like Belize.
It looks super comfortable. It's very new actually, very shiny, so hopefully I'm not going to ruin the shininess with some drops.
After a hearty breakfast in Hopkins, we headed out to explore the Cockscomb Wildlife Sanctuary, and we were immediately blown away by the greenery around us.
So we're doing a bit of skills on standing up, weight position, what to do when you start to hit the sand. And then we're going to get riding into that.
Belize is a tropical place, and riding through the jungle felt like entering some strange green planet alive with trees, vines, and wildlife. Speaking of wildlife, by day one, Suzanne has earned the nickname of Snake Whisperer as she spotted a large python on the road, caught it, and petted it. The python released, we carried on riding through the jungle, taking in the views and the sounds, visiting the plane crash site of an American biologist who was researching jaguars in the area.
It's incredible to think, though, that the pilot photographer and researcher that was on that walked away.
Belize is hot and humid, so we would always aim to find a swimming hole or a waterfall to cool off and rest up before jumping on the bikes again.
A 15-minute hike to the river. Got my tube. We've all got our tubes. It's going to be so good to cool down.
Having cooled down on the river, we hit the road again, heading back to Hopkins to end the day's ride with some fun on the beach.
How often in life do you get to ride a motorcycle right up to the Caribbean Ocean? Oh, Belize, baby, in Belize. Woo!
The following day welcomed us with pouring rain, but a little water couldn't stop us from getting on the bikes to visit a jaguar sanctuary.
Chucking it down the rain, but it's still absolutely stunning.
As we rode along, Jurga and I were seriously impressed by how quickly our riders improved. Alana and Mariska didn't have much of an off-road experience before joining the tour, yet there they were, tackling water crossings and muddy trails like nobody's business.
That was the first time she's ever been on a water crossing. Yesterday was the first time she's ever been off-road. Like, what an epic experience, and way to do it with awesome girls. Just awesome. Empowering women.
For us, traveling isn't just about the riding, the landscapes and the scenery, it's also about the people. In Belize, we had the privilege to meet Federica, a local Maya woman who still adheres to a traditional way of life.
So I'm happy that I'm able to share that experience with you, because like we say, it's like we're a family here. It's like there's nothing I want to hide. It's something that we've done and we're doing it ever since.
Federica and her husband invited us to their home and taught us to make corn tortillas the traditional way, using fresh herbs grown in their garden.
So in our ingredients, like our food, we're gonna pick a handful, all right?
So,
I need a volunteer.
Look at that hunter-gathering work going on.
It was an amazing experience to be welcomed in a local home and connect with indigenous people.
It's just really fascinating to learn a little bit more about Belize, because sometimes it's not just about having fun on motorbikes, it's also about exploring the world, rising the horizons of our knowledge and experiences. And that was a really cool day. I think having a opportunity to do a holiday that combines more than just riding motorcycles, it's a massive tick for me.
In Hopkins, the Garifuna population is the most vibrant. Descendants of West Africa, the Garifuna people are famous for their cuisine, their colorful music, and their improvised drumming parties. As luck would have it, we chanced on one of those in Hopkins. Now it was time to leave our base camp, pack up our bikes and head west. We would ride a stretch of the Hummingbird Highway, then jump off the tarmac again and go on off-road adventures, riding local trails, exploring caves and waterfalls, and enjoying tamales and burritos for lunch. After a brief stay in rustic cabins, we were ready to go deeper into the wilderness, riding the Mountain Pine Ridge Reserve and staying at a jungle lodge way off the beaten path. Out here, you could hear howler monkeys right outside your window, eat fresh, locally made food, and go on a horse riding expedition in the morning. Having ridden the bikes for a few days, we all felt like having a rest. We joined a river cruise on a pontoon boat floating slowly downstream and spotting wildlife as our Captain Joe recited poetry he wrote himself about the area, the nature, and the world.
Full-on jungle life. We've seen 2 crocodiles, one quite big, and then we swam in it. But I'm still alive. Yeah. We are in the depths of the jungle.
A relaxing day over, everyone was eager to jump back on the bikes again, and some of us decided to go for an early morning ride to check out some local trails.
Oh yeah! Why didn't we bring water?
That's bad news.
That's the bad news, okay.
Thoroughly covered in mud, we linked up with the group and started our journey into the jungle. And this time around, we followed a narrow trail crossing rivers and meandering across green rolling hills in a wild, untouched country. Our destination just about took our breath away, an ancient Maya ruin hidden somewhere deep in the jungle.
We have climbed up on top of the ruins. There is jungle in every single direction. You can actually hear howler monkeys in the background. Apparently it's a territorial kind of howl. When 2 males come near each other, they start making, I don't know if you can hear it because it's quite windy up here, so you probably only just about can hear me. But listen. It kind of makes your skin all tingly, the noise of them. We're in the jungle.
Having experienced the Maya site, we saddled up again to ride back towards Hopkins, left our bikes parked, and went on a snorkeling tour. After all, we were in the Caribbean, so enjoying the clear blue water, sun, and the islands just had to be on the menu. Our boat crew took us on a stunning tour of the underwater paradise, caught us some fish, and deposited us on a small palm tree island where we enjoyed freshly caught and cooked lunch and relaxed in the sun. For the final leg of the tour, we did a long loop toward the Guatemalan border. Out here, Belize is completely different from Hopkins, inhabited by mostly Maya people, and this region is even more remote and the jungle here gets denser and denser. With the help of a local guide, we visited a spectacular cave accessible only by foot. Our guide had to clear the path with a machete, and we really needed to watch our step as we descended into a magnificent cave system.
And that is where we're going.
The cave expedition complete, we swam in a blue lagoon, then got an invitation to eat at the locals. We were invited into several homes to try Mayan food, chat with the families, and see what life in Western Belize was like up close and personal.
My name is Antonia.
Antonia.
Yes, I am Vicente's wife.
Okay.
Lovely to meet you, Antonia.
And you too. That's the local dish that we call caldo. Caldo soup.
Caldo soup.
And there is some cabbage, and there is some young pumpkin, and there is some chuchu.
We headed back to Hopkins again, following meandering backcountry roads. By then, Jurga and I were stoked to see just how much more confident our riders had become and how much they've improved in such a short period of time. We're grateful we got to explore Belize in a company of amazing women, and we feel that discovering the small country on two wheels is an adventure like no other. It's small, true, but it's so extraordinary, so diverse, and so intriguing, we know we will be back soon. All good things come to an end, and while we will definitely going to miss Belize, we know that we will be back soon. Better yet, you can join us. This fall, we will be leading 2 motorcycle tours in Belize, one for women only and one open to everyone. Go to www.machoismo.com or see the description below to find out more and ride the Caribbean with us. Now, Leonard and I as Machoismo Scouts are always on the move, and next up we will be heading to Mexico, where we will join a dual sport motorcycle adventure in the Yucatan Peninsula.
Check this out.
Stay tuned, subscribe to our YouTube channel, and follow Machoismo on social media for more motorcycle adventures.